Okay. Hi. How are you guys doing? Are you doing okay? Are you getting stressed out or overwhelmed or just like, oh my gosh, this is too much for me. I can't do. You can. You got this. Okay. So I have some ideas for you, and these things work. They actually work. These are things that I do when I'm working virtually, whether I'm doing stuff for CMM or I take classes. And if I'm doing stuff for my other classes, these are things that I do and they actually work, and and I'm not so stressed. So we're going to try these things out. The first thing you're going to do when you get up in the morning, you're going to make your bed. Do it. Make your bed. You don't have to do like this fancy fluff job with the pillows. You don't have to do that. Just make your bed. Just make it look kind of tidy. Okay. So then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to have your nice breakfast or whatever. And here's what I do. I set timers on my laptop. I do. I set them for 45 minutes. So at 8 o'clock it starts, and then at 8:45 I get a notification. Then I've got 15 minutes to just kind of relax. I set them every hour so that I see every single one of my classes. Yes, every single one. See, because what some of you guys are doing, you're starting in a class and you're staying in that class for extended periods of time, and then you're missing some other classes and you're missing work for those other classes, and then you get the zeros, and then you get the dreaded J campus call. You don't want that. So you need to see every single class. When you're at home on your virtual days, you need to go into every class. So your solution is to set your timer, and then just, 8 to 8:45, there's first hour. 9 to 9:45, let's call that second hour. 10 to 10:45, there's third hour. Now, what happens if you're in a class and you don't finish the work and your timer goes off? Well, here's what you do. I take my planner. And if I'm not done with something, I open up my planner and I write down what I didn't finish. But then I go on to my next class. So that becomes your homework, just like real school. All right. Now, if you are a fully virtual student, it's great for you to follow this schedule, because when you do come back to school, if you're going to come back at some point this year, you have a real feel for the flow of the school day. I mean, the actual time of day. Now, me as a musician, if I am going to end up playing my instrument for some gig in the morning, like at 10 o'clock, I hardly ever play my instrument at 10 o'clock. So I'm going to practice it a couple of times at 10 o'clock, because it feels different when you play in the morning than when you play in the afternoon or evening. Okay. So think of it that way. Okay. You're kind of like setting yourself up for being ready to be in school. Now, on your virtual days, you've written down what you need to do. You go on to your next class. In the 15-minute span of time that you have between your classes, get up, walk around, get away from your laptop, look around, step outside, look at the sun. Well, don't look directly at the sun, but get some sunshine, drink some water, eat some grapes, fold a couple of t-shirts, just chill for a minute. Don't turn on the TV. You're going to get stuck. Okay, you're just going to get stuck watching something. So don't turn on the TV, but just walk around, check your phone, see if your parents have any information for you. Then you get back into your next class and you're refreshed and ready to go. Okay, so you do that all day long and you've seen all of your classes. Now, what happens if you get to a class and you finish all of your stuff early? Bonus! That's awesome. Then maybe you have like this little chunk of time that's like 15 minutes. Hey, look at your planner. And do you have any work that you need to do for another class? Do it then. So it totally works if you just do little chunks of time in all of your classes. Now, about getting in Canvas, you need to start on the home page for every class. Don't just go to assignments. You're going to miss something. Okay. I know some of you have completely missed some great videos that I made for you saying, here's how you do this assignment. And I even gave you some answers in that, and some of you missed it. And you're like, how do we do this? And I said, you watch the video, because I gave you the answers. So start on the homepage, see if there's any instructions, if there's any announcements, and then go to the modules. Okay. So you go to your module and then go to the day. What day is it? Is it Monday? Click on Monday. Is it Tuesday? Click on Tuesday. And all of your stuff for that day should be there. And what's supposed to be happening is what you're doing at home is what's happening in class. And then when you come to class the next day, hey. Now, for me, I structure my classes so that everything you're doing leads to playing an instrument. There is nothing that, I don't know what they're going to do. I guess I'll just give them this Ed puzzle to watch. No, I've watched it too. I've probably written the questions for it to help you so that when you're in class playing an instrument, I can say, hey, you remember that? You remember what we did that? Yes, that's why we did that. It all builds. So it all scaffolds up. So it's not busy work. Now, I've designed my class material so that you should be done in 30 minutes. You should completely be done. If you have any questions, send me a message on my inbox in Canvas. Okay? Do that. I see it. In the morning, I have my planning time. I can go through and I can answer all those questions. Lunchtime, I can answer a few questions. After school, I can answer a bunch of questions. Okay? So if you need help, ask for help. Okay, now if you have a little bit of extra time and you've checked your planner and you don't have any other work, well, then why don't you just click in assignments? Is there anything missing? Anything you need to make up? Now remember, JCampus is your official gradebook, not Canvas, because Canvas doesn't take into account things that you have not done. Right? So you could have done 1 out of 15 assignments and it's going to say you have 126%. Yeah, no, you don't. No, you don't. So you need to make sure that you're not looking at that Canvas percentage as your grade. JCampus is your official grade. Now, speaking for myself, I wait a little bit to put in some grades in JCampus. So we've done this much work in band and I've entered this much. Okay. And if something is missing, I want you to know for sure that it's missing because maybe I told you and so much happens during the school day and then you're home and you're like, what happened yesterday? I don't remember. And so if I put that 0 in, you're going to remember that. In my class, you can redo any assignment. If you have a B on anything and you want to redo it. If you have a playing test and you don't do well on it, redo it. Okay, now I can't speak for other teachers, but I know I do that. If you're missing something, tell me that you redid it. Okay, now I'm not always going to go back in and check every single assignment to see that you redid it. If you redid an assignment, you need to tell me you redid the assignment, okay? Because I'm not going to check every assignment every day before the grading period ends. That's a lot. All right, so if you have any questions, send me a message. And if you need help, if you want me to work with you in Canvas and show you how to do a few things, and if you have trouble, I'll set up a Zoom and we can work together, okay? So hopefully this helps. Set a timer, do your classes, write in your planner what you didn't finish, and then at the end of the day, when you're all done, you know what happens? You go back to your bedroom, and even if you're just like, man, this was a terrible day, your bed's made. You did something.